2019 Secret Spirits, the Scotch Whisky Advent Calendar 6th edition for day 2 on December 2nd. How is it? Let's check it out together on the Whiskey Whistle. Hey, my whiskey people, a Merry Christmas season to you. Mark here from Whiskey Whistle on YouTube, sharing a little whiskey awesomeness from Winnipeg, the center of North America, bringing you the Scotch Whisky Advent Calendar from Secret Spirits, Edition 6. Day 2, it's December 2nd. Let's get that opened. Are you ready? Good morning, by the way. Day 2, where is day 2? There, can you see it? There it is. Come to Papa. Gingerly take that out like so. Day 2, and there it comes. Ooh, I think I opened it a little bit. That's okay. What do we have here? It's a Speyside, probably one you haven't tried if you, like me, are in the middle of Canada or in the middle of Midwest USA. This is Tomintoul, 13-year-old. Have a look at that. So a 13-year-old Tomintoul, nice color. I'm guessing that's bourbon matured. Oh, I'm wrong. Cask type, sherry butt. This one is 60% ABV, 60% alcohol by volume, 120 proof. Cask number 11, region is Speyside. All right, well, let's crack her open. Ooh, it's got a nice nose to it. We'll get that poured in my Advent calendar glass. We'll go about halfway in there. Now, looking at the color, this seems to me like it would be a bourbon matured whiskey. Let's check out the color together. What do you see there for the color of this whiskey? How would you describe it? Straight up gold, rich gold. It's got a slight coppery hue to it, and that very well may be from that sherry butt. Beautiful. Okay, let's have a look at the legs, the tiers, the legs of this Tomintoul 13. Here we go. Turn that label to the side a little bit so you can see a little bit better. It kind of sheets down. Fairly brisk legs, in fact. Of course, they say the higher the ABV, the less viscous. 48%, apparently, I've been told, is the most viscous in terms of alcohol. But then you have other added, not added, but the congeners and all those molecules that we have in whiskey. Dissolved wood, whatever, wood sugars and whatever from the cask as well. But quite nice legs. I'm expecting a medium mouthfeel on this one. All right, now we're going to check out the nose, the palate, and the finish. We'll add a bit of water, and we'll check those again before giving it a Whiskey Whistle whiskey score for day 2, December 2nd. Can't wait. Christmas is coming, and I'm so excited that they have a 25th dram inside this in a more of a like a square bottle, according to what I've seen. I haven't looked at it, I promise you. This is as much a surprise for me as it is for you. All right. Wow. So Tomintoul is known as, what do they call it? The gentle dram or something like that. It's known as being very subtle, very quiet, very easy drinking. Here we have a real sherry bomb. That's 2 for 2 for sherry bombs. Wow. Now, I'm wondering if Jonathan and Cindy Bray, hi guys, I'm wondering if they follow the BCA format. So we start with something that is attention grabbing, and then we move to things that might be hit or miss as to whether people will really love it or whether they'll be just like, it's okay, or whether they'll be like, no, that's not really what I'm interested in. That might be the middle of the box. And then the last few days before Christmas could very well be the things that they expect will shock, surprise, delight, and take everyone aback with whatever that whiskey might be. Let's wait and see. All right. It's got certainly some big spirit coming through there as well. But the nose has really interesting waxy tropical fruits, some unusual sugar, and like I dare say it again, but like the golden syrup that I've recently tried. In fact, I have it over there. I might pull it out. So there's a golden syrupy note. There's a stewed prune note. Maybe like Vina Tarta with that icing, I should say. And some delicately smoked pears. There is certainly a nice wood smoke aroma here. I don't believe they peat for the general Tomintoul, only for their old Balanturin. Do they peat at Tomintoul? Or am I getting a bit of peat here? There's a meatiness coming through now. Like a seared beef note with no pepper, salt, spices, just the beef that starts to sizzle. Well, it's making my mouth water. Let's get into the palate. Cheers, everybody. Make sure you share what you think of Tomintoul 13 if you've got your advent calendar at the ready and you're getting into it today. Let me know what you think. Use the tasting notes that we have right over here. In fact, I might start doing that just to keep my mind on what I'm trying and what I really like. Okay. All right, so you got your tasting notes that your tasting notebook for writing down your tasting notes right in there. And oh man, that beefy note is really coming out here. Still some stewed prunes, some slightly smoked pears. Oh yeah, now I should mention, and this is something that they wanted to share, and you can see I've got my pin on me here, and I asked why. I thought maybe it was Cindy that chose pink, and they chose that because that is the corporate color for Indiegogo. And let me just read this to you. For the first time in 6 years, our Scotch Whisky adventure was created thanks to all of you whiskey lovers that participated in our Indiegogo campaign. Without all of you, it would not have been possible to get this edition completed. It's been a real collaborative effort with people that decided to get these directly, and they are driving around delivering advent calendars all over, probably still as we speak. So at the back of the book, when you're ready to, you can jot down your favorite 3 whiskeys. And then you've also got, well, a little advert for what's coming, their easy whiskey tasting set. Easy whiskey, 10 American whiskeys, a tasting glass, a deck of custom playing cards, and a poker chip pin. That's pretty cool. Okay, so then we have our spot for our tasting notes there. So make sure you jot down your notes. Think of at least 1 or 2 things for the nose, the palate, the finish. And that's had enough time to breathe, so let's get into the palate. Cheers, everyone. Wow. So full of flavor. Well, if you haven't gotten into this yet, take a tiny, tiny sip. And yes, I do believe that this is peated Tomintoul, done in a sherry cask. Delicately smoky, not Isla smoky. This is more like Highland smoke. So potent. This will probably do better with water, it will be my guess. But let me take another small sip here. lots of candy, like rockets. A little bit of generic wood smoke. And as I'm, now I'm getting the finish right now, I get a little bit of that prune note. Very dry. Super dry. The finish actually is quite long, and as I expected, the mouthfeel is medium bodied. And it's really hard to unravel it just because for this whiskey at 60%, it is just so potent. Wood chip smoked beef barbecue. Okay, we're going to add a significant amount of water. I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3. That's about 4 milliliters. I'm being so liberal because I know that this really needs something just because of its heft. The finish is really lingering. That wood smoke note, the prune, stewed prunes, that pear, that slight pear note, those candies, the rockets. Okay, let's get on to the nose with the water added. You really get the peat coming through here now with water. Also a bit of sulfur, not in a bad way though. That kind of like struck match type of a note, where you've let the wood of that match burn a little bit. There's a nice rounded sweetness coming through with the water added now. And probably if I let that sit for a few minutes, it'll settle down a little bit more. Still got that beefy aroma though. That slight hint of peat. Yes, I think this is really coming into its own now. Let's check out the palate with water. Yeah. Big juicy stewed fruits coming through here. Stewed prunes, like a raisin tart without much sugar. There's a little bit of vanilla coming through here now. And yes, I'm adding a bit more just to see what happens, because I really feel like I'm going to enjoy it more with water, and I feel like maybe you should try that as well. The finish is drier with water, and I don't know why, it seems like that's always the case. Very wood shoppy. Like the bandsaw, where you actually end up getting a little bit of burning happening from that saw. Sawdust. But like an oaky, hardwood sawdust. I believe that's American oak. So I'm getting a little bit of some nice vanillas coming through with the water added. A toasted coconutty note. Okay, I'm liking the direction this is taking. Cheers again, the palate with a little bit extra water added. Now it is very mouth coating. And a little bit fuller bodied. Maybe I've come closer to that 46-48% mark. It's still quite clear though. Very oak forward. It's got some nice dark stewed fruits to back it up. Vanilla's coming through here. Those smoked pears, that stewed prune note, still quite strong. Very dry finish. but overall quite delightful. A real experience. And you'll be fortunate because I'm guessing you haven't tried Tomintoul. So there you go. Now you've tried one more Scottish distillery. So that's awesome. One more thing to read here before we get onto the Whiskey Whistle Whiskey Score. I'm guessing that we have some Weems malts, which is on page 3 in here. AD Rattray. I've enjoyed every single AD Rattray that I've had, so if one of these is from AD Rattray, that's great. And it doesn't say on there, oh yeah, no, pardon me, it does. At the very top, I just saw that now, AD Rattray in very tiny letters. Okay, so that's from their collection. We have Douglas Lang and Co. We have Dram Team. We have Claxton's. And we have Lost Distillery. So lots of interesting things coming up. Without further ado though, let's get on to the Whiskey Whistle Whiskey Score for AD Rattray's Tomintoul 13-year-old Day 2, December 2nd. What is that going to be? Well, folks, it's going to be 86 out of 100. You heard it, 86 out of 100 is the Whiskey Whistle Whiskey Score for AD Rattray's Tomintoul 13-year-old. Needs a bit of water to really enjoy it. But enjoy it you shall, I do believe. The longer you wait, the better it gets. Stay tuned for tomorrow, Day 3, here on December 3rd for the Scotch Whisky Advent Calendar from Secret Spirits. Make sure you subscribe to Whiskey Whistle right over here. Hit the bell up there so you're notified of the future Whiskey Whistles. And if you're enjoying what I'm doing, then join the Whiskey Whistle crew on Patreon, patreon.com/Whiskey Whistle. And I'm in Winnipeg, and I'm the president of the Winnipeg Whiskey Club. So if you happen to be here, living here, or here for business or for pleasure, for whatever reason, and it's the end of the month, we always meet the last Wednesday of each month. So check us out, okay? Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.